Why does hair turn white with age? Hair bleaching is a natural and inevitable process. Fortunately, it is only very rarely a symptom of an illness. It's normal for you to have so much gray hair. You're stressed all the time. Don't pull out that white hair, or more will grow. White hair is still subject to many received ideas, yet sooner or later, they lose their color, and will never find it again. Stress is often blamed, but if in some, the first white hairs appear earlier than in others, it is mainly due to genetic predispositions. No need, therefore, to favor this or that diet supposed to postpone the deadline. We don't know how to delay hair whitening, immediately announces Dr. Philippe Assouly, dermatologist specializing in the scalp at the Sabouraud Center, St. Louis Hospital, in Paris. What is this process due to? A matter of melanocytes. The color of our skin, our hair, our body hair, or even our irises is linked to the presence of melanin, a pigment that can be brown, black, or yellow-red. The latter is produced by cells called melanocytes, present in each of our hair follicles. Continues the dermatologist. Hair and hair are born in these tiny cavities. The surface of our body can count up to 5 million of them. Hair follicles also contain keratinocytes, cells that synthesize keratin, the main constituent of hair. As the hair grows, the melanocytes transmit melanin to the keratinocytes. The hair is therefore pigmented at its root, which allows it to be colored over its entire length. But as we age, these melanocytes no longer transmit pigment, they are no longer functional, describes Dr. Assouly. As the hair no longer receives melanin, it turns white, and since the melanocytes cannot reactivate, the phenomenon is permanent except in exceptional cases. Certain diseases localized to the scalp or certain treatments for serious illnesses can trigger repigmentation of the hair, a genetic predisposition. Why do some have white hair at 20 or less, while others are spared until 50? It is above all linked to a genetic predisposition, indicates the dermatologist. So, if your parents or other family members had gray hair early on, there's a higher chance that you too. The myth that when you pull out a hair, it causes the whitening of the others is therefore obviously false. It's just that if we have white hair, the general tendency of our scalp is to discolor, so others turn white. Some factors could still promote premature hair whitening. Several studies implicate tobacco, in particular. Severe deficiencies linked to undernutrition can also lead to discoloration of the hair, but this is then not the only symptom of the deficiency, far from it, and it is temporary, specifies Dr. Assouly. Hormonal disorders, particularly related to thyroid disorders, can also play a role. There is sometimes a diffuse whitening, distributed over the entire head, says the doctor. Conversely, in the case of vitiligo, a disease characterized by depigmentation of the skin, the bleaching is very localized. The symptoms of this benign pathology are due to the loss of melanocytes. The discoloration therefore affects both the skin and the hair. Another example is that of albinism. This particularity is due to a genetic anomaly which leads to a deficit in the production of melanin and stress. Legend has it that on the morning of her execution, October 16, 1793, Marie Antoinette woke up with her hair completely white, whereas it had been colored the night before. Today, Marie Antoinette syndrome is a term used to refer to the very rapid whitening of the hair, which is actually impossible. It's actually alopecia areata, an autoimmune disease that can promote depigmentation of the hair, but above all, which more readily causes pigmented hair loss, corrects Dr. Assouly. Only the white hair therefore remains in place, giving the impression that all of the hair has been bleached. In rare cases, the triggering of this alopecia areata can be linked to stress, but this factor remains marginal. Apart from these exceptions, no link between stress and the appearance of white hair has ever been proven. No reason to worry, therefore, if the first gray hairs appear early,